Okay, perfect. I only need to start Dark Souls again. Man, I have no idea what that was. I'm actually a bit concerned. I don't know if it's saved. Right? I don't know how the game handled crashing right there during the loading screen. There we go. My control is off. Yeah, the game didn't close properly, I know. Okay, I'm here. Like, I do know the video file will be somewhat corrupted and I need to recover it. This seems to... what spells do I have attuned right now? Okay, let's see. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, I really wonder what that was. Like, my first idea, what I thought it might be, is that the hard drive was full and that caused problems. But I still have 200 gigabytes left, so that wasn't it. Okay, this one's still around. That's correct. Huh? Okay. Okay. Oh, there's actually one thing I want to quickly adjust. This is a bit too sensitive there. There we go. That's not what I want to do. But the stream itself is working fine again. There isn't like any weirdness right now. Because that's my biggest concern, really. It was interesting though how you could still apparently hear and see me. Because for me it was frozen. Or not frozen necessarily, just said not responding. Which is practically frozen. Not frozen by Disney, but frozen by Yaku. Yeah, from my view, everything seems to be working again. I just want to know where I was. If it saved everything or not. Okay, perfect. Now the funny thing would be if I go down there and it just plays a cutscene. But my suspicion is it's both of them are live. Okay. I can live with that. Let's hope for at least a good one. Okay, it didn't crash. That's already 50 times better than it was before. Let's go. Let's see if the other side also works. Yeah, I hope so too. I also hope that the restart fixed the other problem. I just... like the weird lag side like once or twice. But yeah. I love the Bed of Chaos. I've missed it so much. But yeah, of course this has to happen during the first stream back of the new year. How else would it be? Couldn't be any different than that. This mainstream is mistaken for Gil because of my username. I mean, based on the name, I would have guessed that too. But I think you've mentioned a few times that you aren't. If I remember correctly. But what kind of funny moments? Like, them being a creep or whatnot? Or just generally a bit of banter? Okay, let's hope this doesn't happen again. Him with his sticky fingers. There we go. Okay, now only the middle. There's actually this, speaking of AI, as before, there's like this new AI filter that makes you, changes your voice and makes you look like a woman. Man, it's the catfish AI. More than ever. You cannot trust anybody who says they're a woman on the internet. Yeah, I don't trust that either. Hell, you can't even do the 4chan thing anymore. Tits or get the fuck out, right? Because you can just generate them. Oh. I don't know how I survived that, but I did. I fell into hell and I came back out alive. More like shock. Hello? Hello? There we go. I knew somebody who was called Marcy. So that wouldn't have shocked me. But yeah, Bella. I mean, if it's written with 2 L's, I would be more like, oh yeah, that's a specifically a female name. But you could catfish a little bit. It's like, oh, streamer, I need you to help me. Can you farm or give me some items? They're like, oh, sweet princess, I'm gonna give you all the items you need. Shit. I don't have her soul, actually. Huh. I thought I had a backup one. Anyways, let's do 4 kings real quick. I mean, we used to do that back in the day of MMOs. The few that we played. You know, female avatar. Because you're a little kid, you have a high voice. Just get some horny, you know, nerds to give you all the cool shit for free. That's just how it goes. I was a female streamer at that. That's certainly... That's like the deepest betrayal. It's like when men come into the women's locker room. Or bathroom. It's kind of like, oh, I'm a female streamer and I have a male viewer. How can this be? Unbelievable. Oops. Thanks for the follow. KCIP method. It certainly made a clippable moment. You could say she was clip farming while you were helping her clip farm. What was that? I will probably die. Oh, that was actually pretty solid. Yeah, solid 2000 damage. Nothing to complain about. I do wonder how my damage potential is against the 4 kings. That's gonna be the biggest problem. I might need to max some stuff out. I'll see if I can get some more pyromancies from other people. Yeah, I'm not banking on it. I mean, here's the thing, technically, at least in regular new game, you can one-shot the 4 kings if you use Chaos Firestorm. You know. Alright, didn't even follow me this time around. Weird. Ah, okay. I'm dumb. Bellowing, and I need Covenant. I mean, if I deal like 500 damage or so, or more, with any of my Pyromancies, I have a good potential. I have a good damage potential, otherwise it could be a bit problematic. Let's see about that though, once the time comes. Okay, 4 kings, let's go. Let's see what you have to offer. I might die now. Oh, I didn't. Just barely. Yo, Dapix. Happy New Year to you too. How's it going? Ah, that sucks. Oh. Cheeky 800. Is it Christmas again? I mean, have you tried to reseat the GPU? And RAM? That could be one of the reasons why it happens. Sometimes, especially during shipping, they kind of get dislodged. But that's all I can think of right now. Why do you go to the hospital to practice? Like job-wise practice, you mean? So personal studies are always good. I should do some personal studies myself. Oh, cheeky 1k. Power fin has now run out. Oh! Okay. Almost had to fight another king. Yeah, 4 kings, easy, no problem. Physical therapy. Ah, okay, I see. I see. It might seem like it, but these pins, if they're like a millimeter too far out, they can cause problems. It's worth a try. If you haven't already sent it back. Let me quickly open my notes. Caesars is done. Moonlight is done. Sif is done. Stray is done. 4 kings are done. Fire Sage. Centipede and Bed of Chaos. But you need to learn to use the NVIDIA app. If I remember correctly, I haven't used it in... I don't have NVIDIA these days. That's wrong. But it's relatively simple from what I remember. Yeah, other than that, you don't... There's not too much you have to do with it anyways. Most should be automatic. I've also, by the way, I've looked into one of the projects I wanted to do this year. The one about trying out my first gaming PC again. The problem is I don't have a GPU with an 8-pin or a 6-pin cable. A PSU. So I might try a Molex adapter and see if that works. Otherwise, I, on top of the GPU, need to also buy a PSU as well. So that's gonna be fun. Spending a lot more money than I should on this project. Leave me alone, skeleton. Not Asus, but somebody from, I think Samsung, leaked the RAM chip design to China. So there's a possibility we'll get Chinese RAM that's actually capable. If that's actually true, you know, but I have my hopes up. I will probably buy also a GPU, because I heard, like, an upgrade from mine, because I heard they are also gonna get expensive again. Oh. Yeah, if you're not a pro, quote unquote, at this, I think that's the better approach to it. Rather than, I mean, my approach is if I've still warranty on it, I usually don't fuck with stuff either these days. It's usually not worth it. No, it's the same. I have yet to make any updates to it. I think the first thing if I update something is going to be the tracking. Because that's something that's been a pain in the ass for a while now. And only then I'm thinking of the software model. But yeah, that was Pinwheel. Did you see him? Because I didn't. He melted away before I could. But yeah, I've been I'm like 1.5 years in or so with this model. I should update it. I really should. Yeah, in that case, really, sending it back is not the worst idea. It really isn't. That's good. At least they are on it. But I would always be careful when they send it. But did you put like the foam thing back in? To, you know, stabilize everything? Because I've seen some catastrophic things happen when you don't do that. Like the GPU breaks off. Or the CPU cooler just tumbles around during shipping. It's quite hardcore. That's good. Dude, AMD? They're getting better and better. I mean, I'm a full AMD convert because of Linux. But my first CPU was an AMD CPU. An FX 6300 hexa-core. An absolute beast. I was the first in my friend group that had a hexa-core CPU. Of course, now I have like a 32-core CPU or something like that. Absolute insanity. Yeah. I really wonder if it's worth it to go. You get like 20% more performance for 4 times the price. That's what Nvidia is these days. Holy shit, Nito, can you please fucking stop? I am gonna have a connection. Fuck me. He had to do this thing 50 times in a row, didn't he? Like, actually, what was that? Come on, Nito. My god. Not too much movement. I mean, no movement is the best movement in this case, but I wish you luck. I mean, the Intel cards, the ARC, I don't know what the state of these is, like, if they even made new ones. But the ones they released back then apparently were pretty good. They were some of the first with, like, actually good, sorry, AV1 encoding. But on Windows only. I had one. But getting it running on Linux was a bit of a... too much of a pain in the ass, so I sold it back to somebody else. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get myself a 9070 XT. In the hopes that the price... doesn't rise before I buy it. And then sell my current one maybe during the GPU shortage again. Oh yeah, you can get a 6090 XT? 5090? I don't know. It's in the description. Or the about section on Twitch and Kick. You don't usually send boxes. My best advice, which I've heard somewhere else, is... pack it as full as you can, so that you can barely close it. The best boxes have so much packing material in them that you have to do the cartoonish sit on top of a box kind of thing. If you know what I mean. Are you... dickhead? What is he doing? Hello? You mind taking damage? Uh... Okay, all in all, that is already much better. There we go. But yeah, if the box doesn't feel like it's about to explode, I usually add more, like, newspaper or packing peanuts or whatnot to really make it secure. The worst enemy of everything is movement. You could put it in concrete and it will be better protected as long as it doesn't move. Right? That's like the big thing. That's the big thing. Okay, I need like 20k. Less, actually. Oh, one more int. And we've got 99. What should I go with? Let's do some Firestorm. Why not? Time to go get Seath, get the DLC stuff, do the Honor Londo bosses, get the DLC, and finish this run-up. I mean, it might be a headache now, but it's gonna be more of a headache when they're gonna deny your return. So, oh yeah, it's you broke it because you didn't pack it correctly. That's like the worst. Hell yeah, dude. That's how we fight some boars. But yeah. Some companies will just always make a stink, and you don't want to be caught in the middle of it. Just like... I really hope also I get like a callback for my internet. They basically need to come next week and get that shit installed. And it has to be a different company as the first one, because I don't trust the other one. Oh, I like that. Anybody else coming? No? Not a Columbia, give them a Colombian necktie. I think that would be better. That's where you slit somebody's throat and pull out their tongue through the slit. Might have been too slow. Oh, of course not. Why would Yaku be... out of all the people, Yaku too slow? Give me a break. Of course that wouldn't happen. Of course it wouldn't. Oh, that just reminded me, by the way. That one snuff film that leaked out. That's like one of the things they did, if I remember correctly. Like, they took the guy's, you know, penis and put it in his decapitated head's mouth, if I remember correctly. That was a wild story when that dropped. They found the guy who did it. We truly live in an interesting time, so to speak. With all of the weird bullshit always going on. Oh, I hope so too. Did you post the specs before? I think you did, right? Was it a 1050, 1060? Or was it something else? Also, do check the RAM when you get it back. Before they, you know, got it to sell it for much more expensive. For much more money. I feel like that's a bit of a concern right now. That they go, oh yeah. I mean, we make like 10 times the amount on the RAM alone. So we can just give the rest of the PC for free to them. So yeah. The RAM was broken and we don't have any spare. Right? I think that happened during the GPU shortage. Where some people would buy pre-builds, take out the GPU, put in a new one and then send it back. Like I put in an old one, I mean. Like, what do you mean? It's the same GPU. It's a GTX 660. Yeah, but the one that was inside was a 4060. So, nah. You're lying. It's both 60s. It's the same GPU. Is it clam inside? It looked good. Yep. Actually is good. 5060, okay. Oh yeah, the 225F. I remember that one because I thought that was weird. Because usually like Intel CPUs were like the 10590 HK or something like that. Did anybody see a scaleless dragon? I only smell something weird, like burned rubber. Can't explain it. I think he left the stove on and vanished on his own. 32 gigabytes. I also have 32 gigabytes right now, but sometimes I feel like I want 64. But have you ever looked at how much 64 gigs costs? My god. I am gonna cry. Depending on the set, it goes from somewhere between 800 to 2000. It's an insane world. Clown world. let me do Priscilla next. Why not? But I mean, I have to say though, these bosses really, they melt like ice. They are melting like ice. Especially Priscilla, which is made out of ice a little bit at least. She's gonna go down. She won't even know what hit her. The thing is, you need to be a little bit careful not to one-shot her. Because there can be a bug where you get stuck in the painted world. I know there's a mod for it, but then I would have to track it down and install it and hope it works. Which, good luck. Some good modern games. Why not do it like me? Have like a baller PC and then play like Quake 2 from 1998 or something like that. That's the only way to do things. But yeah, the next modern game I will be playing is Code Vein 2. I pre-ordered it. So we should maybe even get some early access. If it all works out. I'm gonna be very interested in that. League? Oh, come on. With such a baller PC, you should at least be playing Dota. And then play the song in the background the entire time. Spit a little Dota. Okay. Goddamn, 2. Oh, that's cool. I heard that she was on the, to the left of me. Because of the... Because she was still talking. Oh, hell yeah, I got her tail. What do you mean you ain't touching Dota? It's a really fun game. After about 2,000 hours of being very not fun. I used to play a bit of Dota, but after like 100, 200 hours I was kinda done with it. But you do learn some cool slurs when you play it. Trust and believe. At least I think they were slurs. Otherwise, it might have been somebody just saying GG. I never realized. Holy shit, I never realized this. I'm actually stunned right now. I never realized this. I thought this room was underneath the chapel, but it's actually underneath the bridge, where the stairs go up there. I always thought this was going in there, not in there. Why did I never realize that? My god, Yaku. Pay more attention, please. League is better anyways. I don't think I can support that statement. But let's, you know, I think both of us can agree, or all of us, everybody. The Blizzard one was the best one. Until they shut it down, of course, because they're Blizzard. Heroes of the Storm, I think. Was what it was called. Come on, you were able to play Tracer and fight against Tarkus. I don't know if I talked about this, but because of my new monitor, it's much brighter. And the colors pop a little bit more. So all my other monitors not only look dimmer, but it's actually surprising to see some of the things here in the game. There we go. You would never want to touch this PvP. I thought it was quite fun. Yeah, I mean, it was just a MOBA. There was one MOBA I played a lot, or at least a little bit, with my brother. It was made by Epic, but they shafted it after a while. I forgot what it was called, though. It was like a 3D, like a third-person MOBA. It was pretty good, actually. But they were like, okay, Fortnite makes all the money. Yo, Charles, welcome. Didn't the YouTube stream... Ah, the YouTube thing is not clinked in for some reason. There we go. Let's quickly refresh that and let's go. Ah, that was almost 40 minutes ago. Oops. You didn't like its movement? You mean Hearts of the Storm? Or... what's its... What was it called, man? Third person MOBA by Epic. Not predecessor. Paragon. Oh, Paragon. That was an interesting game. That was an interesting game. So let's see. I did Pinwheel, Sieve, Nido, Priscilla, Gwyn, Time for the DLC. Ah, yeah. I mean, it's been a while that I played it, though. Since I did shaft it in... When was it? When was it? Like 2016 or so? 17, 18? Very early on. You should check it out. It was really cool. For what it was pretty cool. But as I said, Epic was like, Fortnite makes more money. Let's put all our resources to that. I mean, Fortnite and the Unreal Engine, that's the only thing Epic Games does these days. But Yaku, Epic Games has the Epic Game Store, don't you? I don't think the Epic Game Store exists. I think that's a lie. That's like a collective dream everybody had. Like a Mandela effect. Yo, Chromax, welcome back. I'm also back, by the way. After a reboot. That was a bit unexpected. Of course it has to happen in the first stream of the year. You ask your dummy mommy what you could eat, she made you a salad. That doesn't sound very dumb to me. That sounds very loving and caring. Like a mother would. that case, you might want to go to McDonald's after all. I mean, do you actually also play them? I think that's the only reason people use the Epic Game Store is the free games. But I've like noticed, when I get a game for free, most of the time I don't even play them. I just have one extra game in my backlog that I never play for the longest time. So I just stopped bothering after like the third or fourth game. Same with like the Xbox Gold program and PlayStation Plus and whatnot. She really feels powerful telling me what to do. Yeah. My power fantasy is make people healthy. I guess. Or your dummy mommies, to be precise. Okay, big guy. It was really like millimeters off. Well, it ain't that strong anyways. Not that good with Black Flame. Shit, 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 shit. Oh. That could have ended badly. I mean, yeah, but that wouldn't work for them, would it? If I could choose which games would be free, I would take always the newest releases. I mean, there are people who are into the whole theater thing, right? So the opposite could happen in the worst case scenario. Maybe she starts you off with salad and then adds butter. It's like, oh yeah. The piggy is getting fatter and fatter and fatter. He thinks he eats salad. But actually he's eating butter with some greens in it. Come on, dude. We all know that the pyramids were built by aliens. Don't come in here and spread your propaganda. Please. They brought them from their home planet. Those are the spaceships that got fossilized over time, you know? There used to be like organic ships like from the Zergs. They weren't built by hand. Come on. Yeah, I mean, if you want to try a lot of games, there's something called the Pirate Bay and demos. Remember demos? I do, because I grew up with demo discs. Here's a disc with 20 games on them. Ah, fuck. I'm dumb. With massive gains. I mean, you don't get the DLCs. You have to buy them as well. But yeah, demos were fantastic, especially if they're like if they gave like a trailer at the end, it's like, oh, here's what you played and here's what else you can get. Or was it Yakuza 6? Where they shipped a demo, but it was actually the full game and somebody managed to unlock it. So you just had the game for free, basically. Just managed to block that one. Yeah, that was always cool. You're good with this. And when you do demos and pirating, you can choose exactly which one you want. Yeah, that was always cool with the cinematics. I think I'm gonna swap out Lingering for Dark Rain. Yeah, that's like the big thing that sometimes bothers me when people just data mine the game, basically on release, and put everything out there on the internet. That's like what Edmund Macmillan tried to do with one of the characters, how to unlock him, the Lost. And then somebody data mined it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, fuck you." And he added a few items like data miner, which is just a bad item. But he had this whole thing planned. People just had to ruin it. I like when there's a reward at the end for, you know, for 100%ing something. That isn't just, oh yeah, congratulations, you got 100%, here's an achievement. Right? Like an extra character or something like that. That was always cool. Maybe I should equip some more balls for him. Oh, I managed to knock him out. Very cool. Dark Flame just ain't it, Chief. Yeah, I'll rather not go in there. You can never have enough balls. You never know when you lose one. Like my, you know, my bro. AH. Fuck. By the way. So yeah, the Dark Pyromancies are just not as good with these guys, because I think they are magic based. I think the black ones are magic based. In the top 3, okay. Second. I mean, I'll even take 5th or 10th. Thanks for watching so much. Mozzabella also had... I think they had me at number 1. But yeah. The thing is with the recaps, man, everybody has to do a recap. I don't know what this is good. What's the point of them? That's fair enough. I mean, YouTube also has a recap, by the way. YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, Twitch, Steam. How Long to Beat? What else? I think Netflix. There was one... another one. 24 hours. Okay, that's insane. That's a whole day of pure Yaku goodness. Which will happen, by the way, in May 24th. Dark Souls Day. Reserve it in your calendars. Oh, don't die now, please. Oh, you bitch. Come on. How did I miss like 5 of them? Well, anyways. There we go. But you were playing Silksong. Ah. You can always watch the VODs as well. Oh, Silksong was fun. Silksong was fun. They announced the DLC, by the way, which I think is gonna be free, they said. I'm excited. Oh, I better get to it. It's a really, really good game. Oh, I'm so hyped for the DLC. Honestly, the third act was, looking back on it, was really fun. Especially like the additional like platforming challenges you had to do. With the mushroom guy. They were kind of wild. It will be free, yep. Or you will be free, you mean? Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. But of course, you know, 24-hour streams, if you ever watched one. Usually they're like super hype at the beginning. And then like by hour 8, or hour 12, or hour 20, it's basically like a corpse. Each and every single time. It's like, oh yeah, guys. Next up we're gonna go grab the key to golf, I guess. Then we'll do maybe Menace. Right? Whoa! I actually had my eyes closed. That's basically how 24-hour streams are. Most of the time. Really? I didn't notice anything that was too bad about it. You know, that's a 24-hour stream, by the way. I've seen people do 48-hour streams. By hour 36, you can hear the gases escape from the corpse. Right? I don't know, man. 24 is for me my limit. You get damaged by everything constantly. There's something called get good. Right? I'm joking, of course, but... Like, only the only section that really pissed me off in Silksong was the bile water. The rest was fine, in my opinion. So I don't need to go to Goth right now, because I need to first trigger Calamite. Which I will do real quick. I mean, you could say that now, but I can assure you there are people, like game journalists, that will not be able to do that. But still, I think it deserves being so loved. I still think it was a fantastic game. It's for gamers, not for boomers. I mean, most of them aren't even boomers, they're just... hacks. They wanted to work for the New York Times, instead they had to work for Kotaku. That's basically how it is with them. They wanted to be real journalists. Instead they have to play Cuphead. Yeah, I mean, you will always get that. But at the same time, you get people that will hate on it for the same reason. Or it's, I hate it because it's popular. Or I hate it because it's a sequel. So it kind of evens itself out. At least in my opinion. Yeah, but honestly, I have to say, usually when you have a game that a lot of people wait on for a long time, they are usually much harsher, and with Silksong they weren't. Like, look at how Metroid Prime was torn to shreds. And people were waiting for that game for like 12 years or so. Right? So I think the pendulum swings both ways on that one. I mean, there are proven bad sequels, like Red Faction 2 and 4. And a lot of people hate on Deus Ex 2. But as an example, I remember when Binding of Isaac Rebirth came out, people were hating it because they were too nostalgic for the first game. It's like, oh, the graphics suck, the original was hand-drawn, oh, the music sucks, it doesn't have the same atmosphere, oh, everything sucks about this game, why is it widescreen? Why is it not a little flash window that lags half the time when you play the game? Yeah, like the things I played all the Kingdom Hearts before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. Of course, I played them with the PS4 versions, so I don't have the same nostalgia for it. But I like 3 for the most part. And it wasn't my thirst, but it was certainly not the best. And everything I've seen of 4 looks kinda ass. Ooh. Shit. Oh shit, here we go again. Give me a second. Oh. Fuck. That was a valuable resource. This one as well. Ah. I was like, I probably don't have enough for it. I couldn't find the ring in time. For the longest time, I didn't like Kingdom Hearts fans because they were a bit annoying. Let's be honest here. But that's about it. The thing is, the Great Chaos Fireball does the same damage as this one. So I think going with 2 fire... let's maybe try with 2 black flames. And then maybe a firestorm. Without this ring on. Yeah, but I think at the same time people would have rioted if it wasn't there. Right? After all this time. Yeah, it's the Marvel thing. One sky, one destiny. I mean, for one thing that bothered me with Kingdom Hearts 3 when they first announced it, or like when they actually were like, hey, it's actually happening now, is the first trailer where they added Frozen to it. I was like, really? I know it's a popular movie, but really Frozen? Out of all the IPs you could choose? That one. I feel like they should have ended it with 3 at least. I don't know what this entire like Kingdom Hearts 4 stuff is about. But what we've seen about it, it just doesn't look good. Huh? Did like his nose touch me or what's going on? Fuck. I'm not gonna try for 1 fireball, for 1k storm. Yeah. I just was never a fan of how weirdly popular that movie was. I always found it a bit forced and strange, right? Oh, come on. I hit his tail. Manus is gonna be after this. It is? I have to pay attention to that. I never noticed. I have to pay attention to that then. See, honestly, I think these I'm gonna swap out for... Let me try a Chaos Fire Whip. Why not? Before that, though, I... Fall Control. There you go. Okay. Now, I'll have to pay attention to that. I'm not yet sure how I will fight Gwyn. I think I will do parry 1 Pyromancy. Parry 1 Pyromancy. That should work. I hope at least. Okay, I will have to quickly go and reattune my magic. Because I'm not entirely sure if I can pull it off otherwise. Chaos Fire Whip is not... Let's just try regular combustion. Let's try to go with that. Yeah. Okay, time to give that Manussi a little taste. Did I not pick up my souls when I died? To Calamite. I have to actually go and check real quick. Oh, shit. Good. Actually good damage, though, for being the regular combustion. Let me grab them real quick, then. But yeah, I have to say, other than Quaylock, which I could have done with Toxic, with enough patience, this was quite the easy run. Oh, that was a lot of souls. I'm glad I got them, I have to say. Would have been really bad not to get them. No, I need almost 1 million. Like 950k. I could spend all my souls, but if I defeat Manus, I should have enough. Yeah, I'm the one who's gonna taste the Manussi. Get deep in there. With my rocky appendages. Soaking up all the juices. I don't think I'm gonna use Lingering for him. Because I do need the Flip Ring to more easily dodge his magic. Yeah. Oh, brother. I'm sure I could find some very cool images of Manus if I go into R34. Genderbent. Trust and believe. So be glad I don't pull one of these up, because I would get banned otherwise. Oh. Oh, fuck. I pressed B. Don't worry. Oh, now I do worry, actually. Oh, fuck. I mean, if you just want to do this 50 times in a row, I appreciate it. Ooh, that's far less damage. I wasn't too sure about that one. Oh, of course, there was one stray one that had to hit me. Fuck. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, he's really not able to handle combustion, does he? Ah, that was your mistake. You put the gun to your head and you pulled the trigger, and now you're dead. Enjoy prison, stalker. Yo, Magnificent, welcome. What is that game? That's Dark Souls. The first Dark Souls. If you ever see somebody say, this game is the Dark Souls of XYZ, that's the game they're talking about. How are you doing, by the way? You found things, okay. I'm sure they are very delightful things. Why am I doing it like this? I can just do him like this here. There we go. Yeah, not the biggest fan of combustion. But for Gwyn, I think it's... I'm gonna try out a Chaos Whip. Just for the fuck of it. I'm gonna give it a try. But other than that, you know what time it is? It's not... I'm not talking about Gwyn, by the way. I'm talking about... Int at level 99. Now, if I draw the TCC, it does 20 more AR, magic adjust. If I'm curious, I will. So now I deal the maximum amount of magic damage you can deal. Which is why I skipped the TCC when I pulled it last time. But yeah. No Genderband, okay. Might need to commission that then. It's a crime that this doesn't exist. Well, not really. I'm not gonna commission it. I can put my money to better use. Okay, the arena is shaped like a sun. Yeah. Next stream, tags are gonna be Amprek, Manus, Genderbent, Get Banned, Speedrun 80%. Manus X Artorius. Why not Manus X Solaire? Or are people, you know, too good for that? No, wait, Solaire, not... We're not talking about Gwyn. Yeah, I mean, I see a bit when you look at it. Do you have the thing with me? Like, I see what they mean. I cannot look further up, by the way, before anybody wonders. Maybe there is, okay. I can see how you can come to this conclusion. Yeah. This is the sun. This is clear the sun. Oh, very cool. I mean, since I'm a pyromancer, obviously I have to light the fire. Let's be real. And while we are real, we also spin the wheel. If only. Let's see, what's the next weapon gonna be? Quaylog's Fury Start? Okay. 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 If Solaire linked the fire. I honestly don't know. I think he would despair. Yeah, really. I wonder if it has any impact on her as well this time around. Or if she's immune to her own weapon. I mean, it is implied that Solaire is one of the sons of Gwyn. Potentially, but also potentially not. I thought it was 3, but potentially 4, right? It's Guinevere, Gwyndolin, and the Nameless King. And as I said, potentially Solaire. Now let's see, Quaylog's Fury Sword. Where is it? Was this it? No. That's the Obsidian Greatsword. There it is. Oh, it has a strong fire affinity. Split damage. In Dark Souls 3 with the egg? Now, Priscilla is the daughter of Guinevere and Seath, the Scaleless. Guinevere is his daughter. I mean... that's not bad. I mean, she's an illusion because she's already dead or is long gone from Outer Londo. But she was a real person. Otherwise, how would she have a daughter? I don't remember what that one was. Maybe she's like the reincarnation. Like that's like a big thing in Dark Souls. Like everybody is like a reincarnation of a previous like Lord Soul. There's a reincarnation for Sif, one for Gwyn, etc., etc. If I remember correctly. But yeah, the Fury Sword, how do you upgrade it? I want to check that, but then this run is over. The humans. The pilgrims? Don't you mean the pygmies? The furtive pygmy. Yo, Crestfallen Warrior. Do you like swords that are flaming? Come on. Attack me.
That's just embarrassing. How do you want me to do that to you?
That's one way to put it. He popped out a daughter. I mean, he certainly did pop. Something. That's for sure. Yeah, this dude. And that's a... nah. I mean, who knows? At this point, how the timelines can converge. Maybe he's like a snail. You know, asexual. You know, snails reproduce asexually. Just kinda swallows a bit of fire and out pops another one. I mean, we really don't know what Grin is really on about. One of Mandus's daughters. The real Mandusis, you say? I mean, if we do stuff like this, I would say Islip is more like a brothel. I don't think that's where the queen is. She will always be his queen. Insane. Moonlight Butterfly, wife of Gwyn confirmed. Oh, you need Demon Titanite. I don't have that much Demon Titanite. Shit. That's the wrong resource I don't have much of. I mean, he's made up of like 50 skeletons, you never know. Maybe it's Pinwheel, one of the three. Oh, my software crashed. But anyways, I think this is a good stopping point. Yeah, to begin with. I think it was a nice run despite the complications. I will at some point probably try to do Quaylock the regular way. At least when I get the second Pyromancy Flame. In the luck of the draw. I will try to do it with Toxic again. But yeah, other than that, I will... Before we get too much into weird fetishes, including, you know, involving Gwyn, and however he reproduces, I will take my leave. Thanks for watching. Honestly, for the first stream of the year, I think it went good enough. Oh yes, son daddy, please. Pop out another child. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow and subscribe depending on the platform. Have a nice day, a nice morning, a nice evening, a nice afternoon, wherever you are. And I will see you next time. And maybe then I will be your number one. But we all know in our hearts we are each other's number ones. Goodbye and